Warning: the following game is rated M for mature for the following reasons of blood and gore, partial nudity, and violence. The commentary partly reflects upon that aspect, containing vulgar language, swearing, and of course, more swearing. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ghost Dragon Gaming. My name is Daydreamer Taurus Soul.
And my name is Mr. Terminator, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, 50 souls later.
Yep. Yeah, I went ahead, I got, souls here. 50 of them for the thing after we beat the boss down here.
Yeah, it took a while.
As you can see with my level.
Jesus.
Normally I don't do this, but again, after spending about, what, a month?
I think a month. Well, I'll double check.
There's another phantom I can summon. So I'm gonna try only once with the 2 phantom summons here. If it goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't go well,
yeah.
Oh well. I just figure why not? I could use something to break up my monotony here.
Yeah, because dear God, was it monotonous.
Yeah, I got good gear on though right now to be able to survive this. Unlike what I was running beforehand.
Yeah. And nothing but small clothes.
Ruined clothing, I'll have you know. Because
Close enough.
we're doing this properly now. And this time around, people will see what's beyond fighting the Black Charred Voice Knights.
Yes. Finally.
Which this will be the first time for you as well.
Yeah. Take him down!
As we can see, even though...
Oh, you may want to change to the S's.
Nah.
Don't want to teleport back.
Nah, that's fine. You have like a second to confirm or not confirm.
I know, but every like frame counts in this game, right?
Yeah, yes and no. Where the hell are you? Oh, you're going.
For the both.
This is really the main purpose of our friends here.
Deal with all these guys?
Not to deal with them, but to help keep them somewhat distracted so we can fight.
That way we have as many of the soldiers as we need for what's ahead, right?
Not just that, but also I don't lose my own healing supplies.
Yeah.
Know my luck? Yeah.
Of course!
Know my luck.
Of course that would happen after you get all 50 of them.
I told you.
Oh, now we'll have some left over. Because, like, wouldn't you have to, like, give up all 50? Do you like being a collector or something?
Yeah.
Where do you think you're going?
He's going after the bowman.
That was a giant arrow sticking out of him.
Alright, here we are.
All of them? Right, 2 soldiers.
I mean, one of them's gonna probably be stupid anyways and try to steal the thing even though it's, you know, empty.
Nah, it looks like they're not.
You never know with this game. So, this is the final portal.
In you go.
Oh, no, you don't go in.
Huh?
Something comes out, though.
Oh.
The Burned Ivory King. He's immune, by the way.
Of course.
Not anymore, though.
Well, here he comes.
Yep, nope, he's stupid.
You got me.
Ah. you fight a set amount of spawns until eventually, you know, the Ivory King gets summoned. But now it's just us versus the Ivory King.
How's he listening?
She'll be fine. She's not very good. With the Ivory King, you never want to get greedy with him, especially as the fight wears on.
Like that thing? I see.
Basically, the rule of thumb with him is engage
and back off.
Pretty much.
Pretty much like every Dark Souls boss.
With the Ivory King here, I just don't care about fighting him honorably.
So this one you don't care about fighting honorably.
Can you see him?
Yeah. It's just like if you would please.
I don't fight the guy honorable.
Yeah, now I see it.
Of course, it eventually debuffs. That's the thing, though. His whole thing in Spiel is that he buffs himself.
That's what it looks like he's breaking any minute, though.
Well, he's hurt. Leave my friend alone, you bastard. My friend. Back off. You can't have it, Rick. Ow. Ah, shit. Uh-oh. Let me go.
Anytime you want to distract him.
Hey, distract me, don't worry.
There we go.
Well, he's hitting him. Just the thing is, I had max accuracy.
Yeah.
Ah! Suck, Ivory King.
And Bing Bong, the king is dead.
Oh, that was so much easier than I thought it would be.
It's seriously.
That sold the Ivory King.
What's that?
Where we? Man, I just want to look around here and show you.
Yeah, that is. You wouldn't expect a huge realm of fire below a very icy.
Well, I want to point out this itself, it's not isolate, but it's a fragment of isolate. After all, this place is called the Old Chaos.
Man.
And what do we see here?
Yeah.
But also the building design here also is very reminiscent to that of, well, you know,
And Isolith really let herself go.
Well, take note, this isn't Iceland itself.
I know.
No, we got the last crown.
Well, up you go.
That's it. We can leave. I'll go through this quickly. We'll talk with, I think Alana her name is.
Yeah, whoever this queen is.
You've granted my one wish. Now, I have no regrets. I was born amidst the dark. Long ago, in the depths of the abyss, my father perished.
Dark Souls 1, Manus. Remember?
The dark shattered into tiny pieces, one of which was me. How frightened I was. A frail thing, born from but a splinter of dark. I felt that I might simply disappear. I am, in fact, the incarnation of my father's fears. I saw that the king of this land was strong. I sought him only to sustain myself, to smother my fears. Now, I realize that he may have known all along. I was born of fear, and my Lord provided comfort. And so, here I remain, heiress to my Lord's wishes, watching over chaos. Until the end of time. The knights of Aleum Voice were swallowed by the chaos, where their souls still remain. I pray for their deliverance. I sense a night's joyous elation. Kind visitor, please accept my gratitude.
So we have to talk to her to get each individualized rewards from her.
Kind visitor.
This is how you get the normal Lois armor that's not burned.
I sense a
Hey,
night's
nice this is
joyous
Jaren too.
elation. Kind visitor. I sense a night's joy close by. Yes, very close.
We can go up there to her now. Here we see her.
Kind visitor, I am not the only being born of dark. You will face hardship like no other. Take this. My sisters are as a thick dark, their lust for souls insatiable. May you find the will to resist their desires.
You sure she doesn't? Oh, right.
Okay,
Go
good. I
on,
did turn the mouse
kind
off.
visitor. May you reach your journey's end one.
Come here, you silly cat.
Go on.
So,
May you reach
we're
your
done with here.
Here.
And she gave us her soul, presumably. I'm assuming it's more or less a fragment. Fun fact, we can go down there again if we ever wanted to fight against them and collect the souls outside of the arena. By that, I mean, like, you know, outside of the boss battle, without Loist Knights to help us, and without summons to help us.
Yeah, no.
That's why I held off on doing this for so fucking long.
Yeah, fair. That would have been much, much worse.
But...
we're done here.
yeah.
Where's the next?
Before I start going, I'm going to go over lore quickly. Really, really quickly. Over here, no less, because we picked up a crown.
Right here.
Which reads, Crown of the Ivory King who once ruled this land. Far to the north, a king built a great cathedral to appease the raging flame. But when he sensed the degradation of his soul, he left without a word, leaving everything to Alzana, who had, unbeknownst, found a place at his side. But these were events for long ago, and today, no one even remembers the king's name. So, really quick, we got the crown of the Sunken King, the Old Iron King, and the Ivory King. 3 different rulers from 3 different times. And now, we go and speak once final time with the current monarch, in a sense. So, which DLC was your favorite, out of curiosity?
Hard to say, really.
I mean, they're all good, right?
Yeah?
Sure, they have their different, I wouldn't say problems. What's the word I'm looking for?
Quirks?
Yes.
Aside from the soul grinding, I'd say probably the last one.
Oh yeah, the last one's beautiful. It's an ice world done right.
Yeah.
Much to your cringe.
I mean, aside from the frickin' reindeers.
Reindeer fuckland, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Vendrick. So.
Time to go speak with them again.
Mm-hmm. For perceivably the last time.
Seeker of fire, I see you've subdued another foul creature. One of the father of the abyss spawn. That confounded quintessence of humanity. The abyss once had form, but then dissipated. And yet, traces of its existence endured. Each fragment, thirsting for power, spread dark with no relent. My dear Chandra was one such fragment. A feeble, tiny thing that thirsted for power more than any other. Driven by insatiable lust for a worthy vessel. Fire came to be, and with it, disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, light and dark. Dark was seen as a curse. Shadow is not cast, but born of fire. And the brighter the flame, the deeper the shadow. Inherit fire and harness the dark. Such is the calling of a true leader. Dark was seen as a curse. Shadow is not, and the brighter inherit fire. Such it.
We should do something else here now.
Dark, shadow, such.
I might have to pop out and come back in again.
Why, was there something else he was supposed to say?
Yes. Either I'm forgetting something, or I need to do some other stuff quickly. Which, I was gonna do other stuff anyways,
Yeah.
I just need to check one more time, see if I'm missing something. Either I forgot something by accident, and then we'll finish up with him finally. Or, yeah.
Dark was seen as a shadow, and the
Okay, I need to do
such
one more thing, and then we'll actually be done with him.
So, all of the queens were born of darkness?
Mm-hmm. The one with the Ivory King, she was one of the few good ones, in a sense.
Yeah.
Kindred and tempered by the king's lack of fear. The other ones, however, were embroiled by it. The Iron King, for example, had the fear of insecurities, constantly added and built more and more and more. The Sunken King had the fear of the dragon, in a sense, if it should ever awaken, revering and worshipping it to hope of appeasement and keep it asleep forever.
And then she called the people there to wake them up.
Mm-hmm.
Then what about Nishandra over there?
You'll find out. I can't talk necessarily just yet with Vendrick here, okay? But that's all the DLC's done, finally. Real quick, I'm going to go into Majula here, and we're going to go over some lore. The funny thing is that, technically speaking, I want to point out, with the Sunken King DLC, we didn't fight the Sunken King. We fought the dragon because the king died alongside the dragon when he got awoken.
Mm-hmm.
With the Iron King, we've already fought him in the modern times here, remember? We fought against the Fume Knight, though, who was guarding the last fragment, a chosen champion.
Yeah.
And in a sense, I've now finally put to rest the old Iron King, and he's able to finally be at peace.
Yeah, the only king we fought directly on the DLC was
The Ivory King. So, Soul of the Ivory King of Ilium Lois. The proud Ivory King was ever merciful and devoted himself to the protection of his great land until he was devoured by the flames of chaos. With Alsana reading Oracle of Ilium Lois, who prays in silent vigilance. This child of dark in reverence of the apocalypse devotes herself to a ritual in hopes of appeasing the raging fire. This wondrous soul of this augur of fear can be used to acquire numerous souls or create something of great worth.
Oh, she doesn't take them all.
I guess she doesn't take them.
Well, we have that extra one for Big then.
To which I want to point out something important here, though.
The other queen.
Augur of Wrath is what Alana, the Squalid Queen, in the Sunken DLC was. One of wrath, hatred, and anger.
And the last one?
This one is the Augur of Solitude. Isolation, closed off quarantine, and most of all, taking for themselves and entirely of all. This one's of fear, as we know.
Yeah. So then what's Nishandra?
We'll find out. But, yeah. The Ivory King is the only king who willingly fought, compared to the other two. The one who, in his greed, wound up eventually falling into his own creations and dying.
And one falling to what he revered.
Mm-hmm. I like to use Alsana here as like the reference of like why the other two were different in a sense. Yes, they're all fragments of Manus. However, take note, she's a fear. And in turn went to the king that had no fear compared to the other two.
Someone who could comfort her.
Whereas with the Iron King, take note, he was wed to, you know, Mathara and whatnot. The love of his life far separated from him. And because he couldn't be with the one he loved, he, in a sense, isolated himself in his own castle. And with his own insecurities, kept building and building and building till eventually it became so heavy it sunk in the lava. And the earth cracked open. Thus, she was drawn because of the isolation. As with the Squalid Queen, while the guy feared the dragon itself and everything else like that, I want to point out, those Sanctuary Guardians are no joke. They fucking kick ass. Almost as if they're like berserkers if you really want to think about it. Harnessing rage and channeling it to cut down any offending individual trying to attack their idol.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it gets really funny here, I want to point out. Because you have Lud, Zalan, all of the normal stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if we look at the soul of the Ivory King, it's blazing with life, much like, for example, the Ancient Dragon, the Giant Lord. And off camera, I fought certain individuals. And, for example, I went to the Lost Sinner and did New Game Plus against them. Because you get little interesting things out of doing that. I hear people asking, well, what do you get? For example, with the Lost Sinner, you get the Old Witch Soul, which is in reference towards that of Isola herself. Reading, this once magnificent soul continues to exert influence over the land, even after eons have reduced it to these remnants. It doesn't state much, but it states soul of the enfeebled one.
The way enfeebled?
I'm sorry, wrong word. Ineffable. I said the wrong word. The Old King one, which you get from fighting against the Old Iron King, which, you know, once it says the exact same thing. This one, though, is in reference with Gwyn.
Yeah.
Old Dead one, you get from fighting the Rotten, Nito. And the Old Pale Drake, which you get from fighting against the, you know, Freya thing.
Yeah. See.
Yep. And the funny thing I want to point out is that we got the Soul of Sin, who was a slumbering dragon, yet his soul is nowhere near like the ancient dragon that we collected from that one dream and vision thing. Fume Knight, he's kind of like the Throne Defender, Throne Watcher, and Velstad's soul as well. And lastly, he is much like a lot of the old powerful lords. Not like these ones, though.
Yeah.
The original four. It's all interesting stuff, wouldn't you say?
Quite a bit.
There's one more thing I can read for you guys here. Here we are. Charred Voice Greatsword. A charred greatsword of the Knights of Lois. Its blade burned black by flame. These Knights of Lois lack all sense of self, and were driven only by the urge to expunge any who might disturb the flame, even former compatriots. And really quick, I'm just going to read the helmets of, you know, the charred and the normal. Charred helm of the Knights of Lois, burned black by flame. These Knights of Lois plunged into the old chaos with their lord and lost their sense of self. To this day, they still burn in agony alongside their once proud king. with the Lois helm reading, "The Knights of Lois were devoted guardians of the land that delved valiantly into the depths of chaos, never to return. The few that survived remained in Ilium Lois, now frozen over, awaiting the call of their master."
Do we need to get to like another?
No. But yeah. How do you like all that, though?
It's interesting, I'll give you that.
So, really quick, before we end this episode early and whatnot, where do I want to go? I want to go here. We're going to wrap up one last loose end, because off camera I also did fight against the, the giant lord guy again.
Yeah.
With Benhart this time around. So we can go ahead and get Benhart's equipment.
Yeah.
Because somebody, who shall not be named, killed the one lady with their fists, no less. They made it so that Benhart couldn't be there with us in the final fight.
Be telling me your name because I can't remember his name.
Oh, her name to begin with.
Oh, right.
And it started with an E. So I at least did better than you. Ow.
Well, I haven't played this game for hours on it, so...
No excuse. I say as I crush a guy's spine. These poor bastards. They just... These guys used to be terrifying.
Also, apologies if you guys hear banging in the background.
I don't think anyone's going to hear it.
No, but it should be addressed just in case they do. And there's people working on the side of the house.
This worked, yep. Oh, he's running. He's running. He's really trying to get away. Yeah, it's weird being back up here, like, without the
where's
giant lord.
Why are we up here? Is Benhart up here?
Yes and no. We go through the giant rolling head. That at one point in time killed a lot of giants.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I'm glad one of us can remember. We've all seen this before.
There he is.
With everything done.
We have outwitted death a good many times. Oh, my dear friend, take these.
We get the Blue Moon Greatsword. I know it says Moonlight Greatsword, but that's the funny thing with Benhart here.
My homeland.
He's just going to repeat his other stuff here. So I want to quickly point out, the Blue Moon Greatsword reads, "The blade of this greatsword shines like the brilliant rays of the moon. In the oldest legends, rarely spoken of today, it is said that the sword was born of a great white being. Then, what explains this lifeless weapon? Perhaps there has been some mistake." The Blue Moon Greatsword is...
a knockoff?
Yes and no. It's still a legendary blade, because Benhart believed it as so, and with his will alone, it did prove to be legendary. He never gave up on it, like a true valiant warrior. The one thing I want to point out is that the Blue Moon Greatsword, however, while it's a legendary blade, has strength behind it because of his own faith and belief. Unlike the normal Moonlight Greatsword, it does not have split physical and magical damage properties.
Only goes all in on the physical.
Here's the funny thing. In New Game Plus, when you defeat against, the Duke's Deer, Frey, or whatever the hell it is, by using the old Pale Drake soul with the Weaponsmith Ornifex, I think, or by going to trade of Ophius, one of the two, you can trade it in for the Moonlight Greatsword. The actual real deal. In fact, I feel like doing that for you guys right now. Why not? This episode's how long right now? Yeah, whatever. I'll do this quickly. I think we want to go to Ornifex. Yes, can I help you? You're looking at me.
Sorry, I spaced out. Don't worry, I paid attention right till you said Ornifex.
Fucking hell. Am I that bored?
No. It's something
Just
that happens.
this guy won't shut the fuck up. Let me just go ahead and space out so I don't have to listen to him anymore.
It just happens.
Fuck this guy.
It just happens from time to time. I'm sorry.
We hate these spiders.
Yes, we do.
And I hate you.
Well, fuck you too. Ah.
Uh-oh. Aha!
You missed.
Okay, I'm just gonna go over here because I don't like how these spiders, crop up. I hate them with all my existence.
Still make my skin crawl.
Go on, my friend. I just want to talk with the dead, sir. I just want to talk with the dead. I just want to talk with the dead. I just want to talk with the dead.
Casually load shotgun. I just want to talk.
I just want to shoot. Yeah, I hate how the bonfire in there, technically speaking, is a trap bonfire. I'm not fighting that thing physically.
Something wrong with it?
A lot of stuff's wrong with it. If you hit it physically, it explodes.
Oh.
They fucking explode.
Just shut the door behind us.
Trade. Here we go. The proper real deal. The blade of this greatsword shines like the brilliant rays of the moon. In the oldest legends, rarely spoken of today, it is said that the sword was born of a great white being. A strong attack unleashes its strength, launching a wave of moonlight. I got the souls to toss away with this, why not?
He had more than enough for it.
So, that's the funny thing though here. There's a lot of different stuff here that's up for grabs and everything. The old Iron King apparently used to use a giant-ass iron hammer. Who'd have thought, right?
I mean, it makes sense considering all that he built.
There's a lot of stuff with these guys, though. The Age Smelter Sword, which you get from the Smelter Demon thing. Fume Ultra Greatsword, which a lot of people love, by the way. There's a lot of good stuff here. If you ever get the time and whatnot, I always tell people, you definitely got to do stuff with them. So, that does it for this episode, everyone. In the next episode, we're still not going to be moving to beat the game. I know.
How much more is there?
There actually is a little bit more. We could just go straight to the Throne of Want and do stuff there, but there is still, technically speaking, 2 quest lines to do, and you're not gonna like this part, 3 bonus bosses for us to fight.
Another 3?
3 more.
Jesus.
We've been busy, I know. In the next episode, I'll be meeting. Actually, no. I gotta go to Medulla because I gotta level up because I just remembered I got a fuck ton of souls. Anyways, in the next episode, I'll try to be quickly leveling up, and we're going to be making our way to finishing everything in this game finally. So then, do me a huge favor, everyone. Be one with the dark.
See you next time.
Bye.